I'm currently atop Sugarloaf Hill in the town of Philipstown, New York. This mountain's about 760 feet high and offers some really good views of the Hudson River and surrounding mountains. To the south you can see the Bear Mountain Bridge along with Dunderberg Mountain and Bear Mountain. The Appalachian Trail, which is approximately 2,200 miles long, goes across the Bear Mountain Bridge, up Bear Mountain, and heads south towards Georgia. This mountain is pretty historic too. During the 1700s, during the Revolutionary War, Benedict Arnold used the house at the bottom of this hill here as his headquarters. And that was right before his plot to hand over West Point to the British was discovered. So from that house he had to a British warship on the Hudson called the Vulture. And the one highway down right below this mountain is the route he took to get to that ship. Then during the early 1800s, the house passed into the hands of New York's governor, Hamilton Fish. It no longer stands though, it was later burnt down. And now the mountain, I guess you can say, is a park. In order to hike up here, you have to start at Castle Rock Unique area. There's a small parking lot there. Then you follow the Red Blaze Trail to the top of this mountain. It's a relatively short trail, probably 2 miles maximum one way. Probably not even that, probably more like 1.5 miles. It's well worth the trip. Another unique thing about this mountain is that it actually is home to cactuses, or cacti. It's one of the few places in New York you can actually find these. Here's an example right here. It's a little withered right now being February, but they'll come back to life in the summer. And here we got another group over here. You can find them on these ledges due to the fact that it's really sunny up here all year round, and then you get the warmth from the Hudson River too. It keeps it pretty warm. There's also a few viewpoints over here where you can see West Point to the north. You might not be able to see it too much with this camera, but if you hike up here you definitely get some views. Yeah, it's right through those trees there, straight ahead. West Point. And then on some of these rocks over here, you got what is called rock tripe. In a desperate situation, you could technically eat this, survive off of it, just dampen it with some water. And generally it takes about 25 years for one of these things to reach the diameter of a quarter. So if you see some really big ones, just imagine how old they are. It could be a couple hundred years old. And that ridgeline you see right ahead is where the Appalachian Trail goes on. Follows that ridgeline all the way down to Anthony's Nose. Sugarloaf Hill, Philipstown, New York.